Hi, my dear parents and students. Milord, Your Honor, order, order, order. Have you heard this somewhere? Yes, you would have heard it in a court of law. If you have not gone to a court of law, you would have heard it in some movies. In this episode, we are going to discuss the amazing field called careers in law and judiciary. For making this episode, I made a lot of research, collected a lot of information, and I'm going to present it to you. See, conventionally, we have been used to thinking about two major areas of study: engineering, medical, chartered accountancy, and MBA, becoming a manager somewhere, visual area, right? But how many of you have really seen the silent growth of the judicial career? See, when you want to construct a house, you go to an engineer, you go to an architect. When you have some sickness, you go to a doctor. When you want to get education, you go to a teacher. But when you want to protect your rights, where do you go? For example, you buy a piece of property and there is a dispute. Where do you go? You buy a washing machine, it is not working the way the manufacturer promised you. Where do you go? You borrow some money and you don't return. What people do? Or you give some money to somebody and he is not returning. Where do you go? Somebody attacks you. Somebody trespasses into your property. Somebody is becoming a nuisance to you. How do you protect yourself? Your fundamental rights are violated. Where do you go? Now, this is where the legal profession comes into effect. The Bar Council of India in a statistic says that there is a lawyer for every 1,800 people in India. So for every 1,800 people, there is one lawyer. Whereas in United States, for every 200 people, there is a lawyer. What is the meaning of this equation? That's why in US, people are very careful, very, very careful while promising, while giving something. They know their position. For everything and everything, people will rush to a court. And the justice delivery system there is very fast. So compare 200 people to one lawyer in US and 1,800 people to one lawyer in India. I was looking at the statistics of doctors. For every 1,456 people in India, there is a doctor. The WHO norms, World Health Organization, says the ratio should be 1:1,000. So WHO says 1:1,000, we have 1:1,456. So fine, that's why you find lot of doctors available to you. For whatever sickness you have, a lot of doctors are available. But good quality lawyers are not available. When you go to a court for justice, it is delayed. Years of fighting. So we are going to discuss the ratio of demand and supply, and then we are going to discuss what is the scope for lawyers, and we are going to discuss how to get a quality law degree. This is simple. You know how many cases are pending? I saw a statistics as presented in the Parliament by the Ministry of Law and Justice. There are 4 crores cases pending in Supreme Court, various high courts and lower courts in India as of February. 2020. 4 crores cases are pending. Then I was looking at what are the vacancies of judges in various courts. In Supreme Court, as against a sanctioned strength of 34 judges, there are only 27 judges, but the full strength is 34. I could be wrong. Recently, some changes would have taken place. When you come to high courts, as against a sanctioned strength of 1080 judges, there are only 661 judges at the high court level. That means about 420 high court judge positions are vacant. That means we are working with a shortage of 40 high court judges. When it comes to lower courts, so we have the Supreme Court, we have the high court. At the lower court level, the sanctioned vacancy is about 24,250 lower court judges, consisting of district munsiff, sub-judge, district judge, like that. But you know what is the vacancy? 4,900 positions are lying vacant. So in Supreme Court, there is a vacancy of judges. In High Court, we are working with 40% less judges. In the lower courts, 4,900 positions are vacant. Now, in this context, we are going to discuss the opportunity that is available for the students. My dear parents, see this episode. Subscribe to this channel. I am going to cover many such interesting episodes. Now, let us take a look at how many law schools are available in India. Law colleges are available in India. There are 900 private law colleges in India. And national law universities, there are 23 in number. I am going to discuss what is a national law university, what is a private law college. So 900 private law colleges across the country. There are 23 national law universities or national law schools. I'll give you some background as to what is this NLU, National Law Universities are. These national law universities are funded by the government of India. And every state has got a national law school. Simply put it, why? The Bar Council of India felt that they have to improve the quality of judiciary and law schools, and so they brought in these national law schools. The Consortium of National Law University was established in 2017. What is the aim? With the aim of improving the standard of legal education in the country. See, a school is as good as the quality of teachers. A hospital is as good as the quality of doctors and staff. Similarly, in a judicial system, the quality of lawyers, quality of judges has to be improved. So, the Consortium of National Law University was established. I am trying to read from the Wikipedia. The consortium aspires to facilitate better coordination among national law schools. There are 23 national law schools, so they have to be coordinated to achieve highest standards of legal education in the country. Engineers are employable all over the world. Indian nurses are being wanted in other parts of the world. Indian teachers. When it comes to the legal system, we have to produce a legal system on par with the world standard. That's why the National Law University was established. So students ask me, how do I get admission into the National Law School? Let me give you one clarity. For these 900 law schools or the 900 law colleges, you can go and join, no problem. They are all private law colleges. But for the 23 national law schools, they are established by the government of India. Each state establishes one law college. Like you have IITs, like you have the government medical colleges, like you have the regional engineering colleges, Indian Institute of Engineering Technology, and all these are government funded engineering colleges. There are government funded medical colleges. So it's a government funded law colleges. They call it as law school. Fine, it's a question of nomenclature. How do you get admission into the national law schools, NLUs? Common Law Admission Test. It's called a CLAT. CLAT. Like you have the IIT, there is a joint entrance exam. Like you have NEET for the medical college. Like you have the CA foundation course. If you want to seek admission to the 23 national law schools, you have to go through the CLAT. Once you have the CLAT score, the private law colleges like 900 law colleges, they use the same CLAT ranking also. So as per the CLAT regulation, eligibility criteria, if you have passed +2, you are eligible to appear CLAT. This is not an episode on CLAT which I will do separately. This episode is with the purpose of giving what an excellent opportunity you have in the law profession. That is the purpose of it. So there is a CLAT admission test for undergraduate law degree and postgraduate law degree. I'll give you a detailed CLAT episode little later. So the Common Law Admission Test is a centralized national level entrance exam through which you can get a seat in the 23 law universities of India, NLUs. The 900 private self-financed law schools may also use the CLAT score. Once you get a degree in the NLUs, there are public sector undertakings like you have the ONGC, Coal India Limited, BHEL, Steel Authority of India, Oil India Limited. There is a plethora of public sector organization which will appoint you as the law officers, but you should clear the CLAT exam. From now, I am going to discuss with you what are all the benefits available with a law degree. Now we talk about engineering degree, medical degree. Many people do not know what a scope this law degree offers. Let us take the UPSC exam to start with, IAS, IPS. Law has an edge in the civil service exam. In civil service exam, mainly questions are based on Indian political system, constitution. It becomes easy for the law student to tackle those questions. There is an emphasis in administrative law and constitutional law in the preliminary GS paper 1. In mains, exam questions are mainly asked from law of torts, law of crimes, mercantile law, contemporary legal development. So it becomes easy for a law student to crack the civil service exam. In fact, I have been telling all my students, by doing a law +1, +2 in CBSE, you get the first step into the civil services exam. Now I am coming to, other than the public sector undertakings opportunities and the civil services, corporate law firms are available. A lawyer is required in every company to go through the documents and give the legal advice. It's called transactional law. In addition to that, litigation, civil court, criminal court, taxation, labor laws, recent development, cyber laws. Now, you know what happened? Cyber crimes, people post some unwanted messages, or people are blackmailed using the social media. Cyber laws. International law. Recently, all of you would have heard about Gulbhushan Yadav, the Indian journalist was kidnapped by the Pakistan people, and how Harish Salve went to International Court of Justice, argued the case and brought him back. There are social work avenues available, NGOs, media reporting, legal reporting. If you take the newspaper these days, nearly 2 pages of legal reporting alone. Even sports is only one page. Family law. Let's say there's a divorce thing, or there's a partition between people or partners. Constitutional law. Recently, how much are being discussed about the fundamental rights. Supreme Court interferes and says, no, this is virus of the Constitution. Patent law, intellectual property rights. All these things are the opportunities available for a lawyer or a law graduate. And finally, there's a serious discussion going on for judicial service, All India Judicial Service. Like we have All India Administrative Service, IAS, All India Police Service, All India Railway Service, All India Revenue Service, All India Economic Service, All India Judicial Service. The bill is already pending in the Parliament. And once that bill is passed, you can directly appear and get selected for the lower judiciary, middle judiciary and high court judiciary. So it offers an amazing area. My dear students and parents, listen to this episode a couple of times. You yourself go to the search engines and look for these facts. You don't have to believe me. You can go through that. Lot of changes have taken place in the legal profession. I belong to the fourth generation of lawyers. I am a lawyer. My father was a lawyer. His father was a lawyer. And his father was a lawyer. And I have seen the last 50 years the development of the legal system and the consciousness of the people, how they have become very conscious about their rights. So law offers an excellent opportunity. In fact, the book I was referring to by the Indian Express, the highest salary as per the survey is given for law graduates. Please subscribe to this channel. If you have any comments, please post it in the comment box. I will try to answer. All the best. See you in the next episode.
SRMJV is not just a school, it's a one-time experience.
VM Nagar, Tiruvallur.